Hey, Miles. Thanks for taking the time today.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me.
We'll get started here with Rob Motti and then Jeff McLean.
Hey, Miles, how are you? We were talking to Lane Johnson, and he mentioned how the new offense seems to be similar to the old one, a lot of balance, but there's an emphasis on the screen and setting up the pass with play action. Are you seeing that, and how exciting is it if you're going to be involved more in the screen game and potentially setting up the pass with play action means running the ball more?
Right. Yeah, he said it all. I love actually the whole game plan. It's very similar to everything we did last year. Just terminology is different in different schemes and concepts and stuff like that. But as far as just overall, I love the whole offense, the way it's being taught to us. Everybody's learning the offense, coaches too, and that's what's so cool about this moment, like this whole situation right now. Like everybody is literally learning the offense together, and then I think that's a plus for us because we all learn it together. We'll play together. I think we'll play together well once we all learn it, and just yeah. As far as the coaches too, I love the coaches. I love Coach Singleton. Again, to know him more and being around him more, he's not like Deuce, but his energy's through the roof though. His energy is definitely through the roof. Coach Sirianni, thing I love about him is that he's very family orientated, and I can tell that means a lot to him. He's trying to just get to know the players first before all this football stuff. Really, he came up to me yesterday and surprised me with my high school slogan. I didn't even know anybody knew that. So, and that was pretty cool to me. In a sense, so.
Go ahead, Jeff, and then John McMullen.
Miles, as a rookie, you had one of the better receiving years, averaging over 10 yards a catch. And last year, I guess for various reasons, there was some regression. Do you feel like this offense will allow you to kind of get those numbers back to where they were? And what are some of the things that you feel like you had to work on to improve in that area?
I believe, I'm gonna say there's a lot of stuff that I took from last year that I'm taking into this year as far as like anything that I gotta correct. I know me catching the ball wasn't as good as I was my rookie year, like he just mentioned. Even my run discipline, where my eyes are supposed to be at, and even pass pro, I gotta sharpen up on pass pro. So there's always stuff. I could say my whole game, I really look forward to getting better each and every year. So to make me the player that I want to be. And as far as what was the second part of your question?
I just wanted to know if the offense, we talked about the screen game being emphasized in this offense, and we knew that you guys really struggled in that regard. Do you feel like just looking at the scheme that there will be ways to improve upon, the receiving?
Oh yeah, I think the screens will definitely allow the backs and slots to get more opportunities with the ball in our hands. Where they're emphasizing that a lot too. As far as the play actions, we have like the playbook is about this big, so but a lot of different stuff to set up everything, and everything marinates with each other. So that's why I love that offense so much, and it's slowly everybody's slowly getting it right and just memorizing everything and getting all the terminology down. I feel like once we get this offense ready to go, I think we'll be very, very, very solid, very solid. That's before training camp.
John and then Dave Zangaro.
Hey, Miles. First, what is that high school slogan you mentioned? And then I was curious your first impressions on Kenny Gainwell and Kerryon Johnson as sort of the new guys joining the room.
Gotcha. Well, the slogan goes by W, like a W, double O, DY, Woody High. I went to Woodland Hills High School in Pittsburgh, PA. And Woodland Hills High School and we shortened it with Woody High. So that was our slogan. So he came up to me just like that. I'm like, yo, how do you know that? But Kenny, I like Kenny. I love Kenny actually. I love him. He remind me of me. He comes in and he don't say too much. You know, every rookie don't really say too much, but he's doing the right approach. I feel like just keeping his head down and just wanting to learn, get better, paying attention, nonstop, writing notes, nonstop. Just whoever I told him, whoever you think is that guy to you, or you feel like that can give you the best advice, or just showing you something different that you want to copycat, or just grind off of his ground. Like you see somebody that you look up to and you want to just do everything he do. Stick to that, and they're not gonna lead you wrong. He even told me something that blew my mind. I told him I'm still starstruck when I see certain players. Like I'm starstruck seeing Joe Flacco. He don't know. He might know if he see this, but I'm a little starstruck looking at Joe Flacco, and he's like, I was starstruck. Same thing with you. I'm like, it's crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that. But stuff like that keeps me humble. But Kenny, he's going to bring a lot different. I think everybody in the running back room brings something different, and it's only going to make us better. And I love that. I love that about us. We got a stack room too. Carry on. He's going to bring something different and going to help us in a better way too. All of us can bring something different to the table. And if we have a chance, we're going to produce.
Steven and Bo.
Hey, Miles, I know you got really close with Deuce Staley over the last couple years. How difficult is it to have to say goodbye to him and kind of start fresh with a new coach?
It's definitely difficult. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't, but it's a business. That's exactly what he would say. Honestly, he didn't want to leave either. I'm pretty sure he'd tell you guys he didn't want to leave here either. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But I wish him nothing but the best, and I know he's going to do his thing regardless. And he has another good running back over there that he's teaching too. So, and he loves teaching, and that's what I love about him.
Go ahead, Bo, and then Martin.
Hey, Miles, and so you said your new position coach reminds you a little bit of Deuce, but he's not quite Deuce. So in what ways is he different, and in what ways does he remind you of Deuce?
So it's just added. I'm telling y'all, Deuce is Deuce. Like, I don't know. Like, only if y'all would be in those meeting rooms, y'all would know exactly what I'm talking about. But I don't know. I say Deuce is more goofier. Deuce loves. He has all the jokes. But Coach Singleton, he has some jokes, but his energy amps up when he's on the field. Like his energy's always up. Deuce has energy, but only when he's mad. Only when he's mad.
It feels like this coaching staff as a whole has a lot of energy. Is that something compared to other coaching staffs you've been around? Is that fair to say?
No, absolutely. They show it every day, even in meetings. Like the way we start meetings, the way we do meetings. Have us doing competition and stuff before we started coming here. It's just they're making sure everybody's locked in and committed in, and like I like it. I really do like it. I like what we got going on right now. I think if we keep going, we be able to do something special. But we gotta take it slow.
Martin and then EJ.
Hey, Miles, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
So you guys are going into like this full off season with Jalen Hurts presumably as the quarterback, and you saw him obviously for the last 4.5 games last year, and both you guys had that big running game against New Orleans. Like, how dynamic can the offense be with him at quarterback, and how dangerous does that make the running attack going into this season?
I say this, with the O-line we have, with Jalen and the backs we have and the receiving core that we have, I think anything's possible. I just want to keep it very team-orientated because that's what I really want to set the tone at for the season. You guys can tell I don't really like answering questions about myself. I always bring it to my teammates anyways, but that's what really matters. And you can see that with what we got going on right now. And I'm going to keep saying that I love what we have going on. And I'm pretty sure everybody can say the same. But I think if all of us stick in and lock in together, I think anything's possible. I think last year that's in the rearview mirror. We had a chance to still make the playoffs with the record we had, came up short, but all we remember is that we didn't make the playoffs. So, and that's gonna make a whole bunch of players in Philly hungry, and I think that's dangerous.
Go ahead, EJ, and then Zach.
Hey, Miles, we'll get to talk to Shane Steichen in a couple of hours. What can you tell me about him? What's it been like working with him over the last few months?
Oh, that's my guy. That's my guy right there. I ain't gonna lie. He has probably the most energy out of everybody. You know, he runs the meetings and everything. But he's a cool dude. I love everything. I love everything about this coaching staff. Honestly, I'm excited. Very excited. I like what they bring to the table. I like how they're going about everything. I like how they don't just care about X's and O's. They're, you know, like I said, they're asking us, trying to get to know us actually, and stuff like that. So
Go ahead, Zach, and then Ed.
Hey, Miles, two quick questions for you. First off, you said you're starstruck by Joe Flacco. As a Steelers fan growing up, what was your opinion of Flacco when you were a teenager? And then the second question is you were banged up at times throughout last year. Was that just the luck of the draw, or are you doing anything different with your body this offseason?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna start with the second question. Yeah, I think main thing I'm really focused on is playing all 17 games now. You know, I don't like missing games, and 4 games was way too many, and especially for them being about, I think, like 2 or 3 divisional games. That don't sit right with me, and I don't go out there if I physically can't go out there. So, but I did do a lot of stuff different with my body. You know, I started focusing on conditioning a lot more, like in the beginning of training, just to have my legs ready and, you know, just have that good in shape feel with your legs and your body and stuff. And I just been taking it from there, and my body feels great. And yeah, growing up as a Steelers fan, I definitely know Joe Flacco very well. You know, he done gave me headaches, made me cry a couple times. But he don't really know that. He just know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fan, you know. That's a Super Bowl quarterback, and I look forward to stuff like that, you know.
All right, we'll take a couple more here. So let's go to Ed, Jamie, and Chris.
Hey, Miles. You mentioned the 17 games. I mean, every position in the NFL takes its toll on the body, especially a running back who gets hit just about every play. I mean, what's your view on the 17 game schedule this year and beyond this year?
Want to know my honest opinion?
Yeah.
More games, more yards.
Okay.
We'll just keep it that simple. I mean, I can't do nothing about the extra game. We have to play it. So more games, more yards. That's how I look at it.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Miles, what's it like around the building now with Jalen kind of knowing he's the guy? How different is it from him being around his rookie last year under Carson? How different are things with him knowing he's the leader, he's going to be the guy, the go-to guy?
You know, everybody pretty much knows he's the guy. I think that's the difference. Everybody knows and you know, is satisfied with that. And you know, I just like how he's just trying to, you know, get everybody involved. You know, he's the quarterback for a reason. So some quarterbacks might just focus on offensive players. Some quarterbacks might just focus, you know, like no one even think about defense or special teams. When I'm walking with him through the hallway, he's saying what's up to everybody, dapping everybody up. You know, he got everybody's phone number. Just really taking that strong approach to being that guy, and I respect him for that.
All right, last question here from Chris Murray.
Yeah, my question to you, you had a lot of games last year where you racked up a lot of yards, and then they kind of, I don't know, for whatever reason, went away from you. What do you expect to see as your role this year in the offense with the new coaching staff? I mean, I know you probably asked this question earlier, but I was just wondering, how do you see your role with this new coaching staff?
I see my role doing whatever I can to get a W each game to make the playoffs and the Super Bowl. Win the division first.
All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you.